I one Hiromi Aibin. I'm Hiromi, they, them. I'm the line developer for Scion, as well as a writer and developer for many Scion titles and loads of other games. It's still Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and this is probably going to be the last stream that we have during it. Um, as someone who is both Asian and Pacific Islander, I'm hijacking us again. I'm Shimanchu, also known as Ryukyuan or Luchuan. One of the reasons why you will hear Shimanchu people use the term Shimanchu is because it is a native Ryukyuan word, and it's a native Shimanchu word, Uchinaguchi specifically. Whereas Ryukyuan is Japanese and Luchuan is actually Chinese. So neither of those terms are great for us because we didn't make them. And now with the internet, we get to define our own damn terms. We're the indigenous people of Ryukyu Islands, which is an archipelago. It's been taken over and occupied by Japan since the Meiji era. We have our own languages and cultures, and that doesn't get talked about enough. And we're just one of many groups of Asian Pacific Islanders. If you want a popular show to watch, Our Flag Means Death is by Mahdi, showrunner and actor Taika Waititi. He's fucking great. He is kind of like the most famous Islander aside from Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Just watch whatever they do. It's cool. We're here today for the Scion Showcase, stream with a bunch of game writers and developers, most of whom have worked on Scion and don't get to play Scion as much as they would like because we're too busy writing the damn books. I'm coming to you from Coast Salish, Stillaguamish, Snohomish, and Suquamish lands. I'm the story guide for this, and now it's time to learn a little bit about our players. David, who are you? Who you playing? And what is their happiest memory?
I am David Castro, they, he. I am a writer and developer for Scion. I write for a bunch of other games as well. I am playing Damien de la Cruz, and his happiest memory is the first artifact he was able to, let's go with, acquire from out of the hands of a museum to which wouldn't have given it justice, because he's very much a this should be held by its people sort of guy.
Nice. Michaela, who are you? Who are you playing? And what is their happiest memory?
Hello, I'm Michele Masola. I'm a freelancer from Italy. I worked on Mummy the Curse, second edition, on Werewolf the Apocalypse, and I'm a writer and developer for The Day Came From Line, and also a writer for the Trinity Continuum, and this one is new, so okay. I'm playing Elena Torns Rappaccini, they, them. Elena is, we call them an environmental activists, but they veer toward the werewolf, the apocalypse side of things in that sense. They're probably gonna get beast, wild, and fertility once we hit hero and higher, but for now they just throw punches at whatever happens. I think their happiest memory is probably going with the vibe of not so legal activities. The first time Elena managed to save some I'm missing the right word, so I'll use animals from a laboratory that wanted to use them for experiments or something good.
Nice.
Classic.
Jeffrey.
It's classic for a reason.
Yeah, no, it's great. Jeffrey, who are you? Who you playing? And what's their happiest memory?
Hello, I'm Jeffrey, he, him, writer for pretty much exclusively Scion these days. And I am playing Mitch Hewlett, Himbo with a Destiny. His happiest memory. He's got so many of them.
I was gonna say it's kind of a hard pick for Mitch.
I think his happiest memory would be high school track and field, where he deliberately came in second or third place so that he could see the looks on the winners' faces and see how happy they were.
Oh, buddy.
That is wholesome as fuck.
We don't deserve Mitch.
The world does not deserve Mitch.
No.
And Elliot, who are you? Who you playing? And what's their happiest memory? Also, welcome to the game.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Elliot Freeman. I am a writer for Scion and a writer and developer for Exalted. Him. I am playing Beauregard BP Prescott, who is a theater tech with 1,000 odd jobs, who is also kind of haunted by monsters who are into his vibes. So I'm going to go with his happiest memory being a weird one where, like, he was drunk in the woods after a messy breakup and a Slender Man brought him a pizza.
Did
Amazing.
BP know that it was a Slender Man, or
Yes, let's go with yes on that one, because I think it's better if he did.
He likes them tall and slim. It's fine.
Oh.
that is amazing. Also, since it is our first time playing with Elliot, and also it's just a general good thing to sort of refresh people's memories about safety tools and things that we can do to make sure that if something rubs you the wrong way, that we can stop or make it rub you the right way. You know, whatevs. Look, we're just gonna use a safety tool to fast forward through that. We're using the stoplight system as well as lines and veils. The stoplight system that we have a Discord channel that is dedicated just to this, so that if there is ever a time that the hey, you have a new message in this channel thing lights up, we know that something is up. If we need to do a check-in, then green, good to go. We can just everyone's fine, or rather that person is fine. We have 2 yellows, one of which is the discussion, where we need to have a quick sidebar to see what's happening and maybe any kind of modifications we need to make. There's fast forward, which I just used to get out of my own awkward phrasing, which just means that, like, whatever we're doing right now, it's fine, but we need to bring it to a close. So just skip to the end. And if we ever have red there, then that is a hard stop. We need to address whatever's happening, and whatever we're doing needs to just stop. With lines and veils, these are things that we either do not want, which is lines, and then there are veils where we're kind of okay with it, but maybe we need it to happen off screen. Maybe we just need to be like, okay, so that happens, but we don't need to role play it. Or we have a thing called a soft veil, in which case we need to have a little bit of warning ahead of time, so that folks can sort of steel themselves against whatever is coming. All this sound good to everyone?
Deal.
Cool. And quick drink of water. And so lines, things that we definitely don't want in the game. These are things that are pretty common across most people, where we have no medical abuse, sexual abuse, domestic abuse, no centipedes, no realistic child abuse or endangerment. Fantasy style endangerment is okay. Like if a Titan picks up a bus full of kids and like starts running away with it, or just like starts scaring the kids, that's okay, because you can do something about it, and it's not something that you will generally picture in your mind when you are horrified about things happening to kids. A common line that a lot of people don't think about is loss of control of your character. And for anyone who's played in a vampire LARP, you know exactly why this is awful, because dominate happens way too much, especially in like the earlier vampire LARPs. I'm sure that things are better now, but it never feels good to, well, it never feels good to me, at least, to lose agency over a character. Related to that, hallucinations, bad sensory input without the accompanying out of game information. So like we could say that, hey, that vampire over there, actually your character thinks this is your best friend from high school, and like you used to just be blood buddies, and it's like, donate blood, it's fine, like it's a normal thing, don't worry about it. But you personally know, want to roll to resist that. It's bad times. No PvP combat, no residential fires happening to characters, and ideally no residential fires happening to players either. No no eye or teeth damage, and no additional holes in people. So all of those lines sound good to people. Anyone want more? Anyone?
Good.
Okay, cool. Hard veils. So these are things that we will just skip over. We're fine with them happening, but we don't need to role play them. So consensual sexual contact, with a caveat there, where like we can set up the sexual encounter and skip to the end. And at the end, there is the idea of what did we learn about the character? Because people act in intimate situations differently, and sometimes that's very revealing and interesting. Religious abuse, anti-Semitism, relationship infidelity, sexual infidelity, family arguments, toxic family, and probably any toxic relationship, really. Explicit gore, shouting, slamming hands on the table. So like back a few episodes ago, there were police doing some interrogation, and most of the interrogation happened off screen because they're gonna yell and be dicks, and we don't need to have that here. So everyone good with those hard veils, where we're okay with them happening, but we don't need to have them on the role playing aspect. Okay.
Yep.
Soft veils. These are things that we can role play through, but some heads up is good. Ableism, transphobia, anti-queer bigotry, fungi, rot mushrooms, octopuses, squids. Anyone need to add something to that? Cool. Okay. So for folks watching that, it might have not seemed super interesting, and it might not have seemed like we changed anything, but we did actually change some stuff. It just happened before we started rolling. So like we did add stuff. This is not something that is ever a waste of time, because it's always a good idea to make sure that everyone feels good in the situation, even if the situation is horror. Like, we can have the most horrific show ever, but like, if it inflicts actual trauma on players, then that's a fucking problem, and we'll avoid that as much, no, as entirely. I was about to say as much as possible, but no, let's just not. Okay, so to catch folks up and to sort of recap, when we started this chronicle, Mitch was in a museum helping out his friend Kazu, who is a curator at the Boston Museum of Art, I want to say. Because there was a very Karen-y person who turned out to actually be named Karen, messing with exhibits and looking like she was going to steal things. Shortly thereafter, Helena got thrown down an alleyway and landed in the museum. And Damien was on a bit of a heist, and the heist went sideways. Not Damien's fault at all.
Damien takes exception to the characterization of heist. It was an acquisition of cultural goods.
There was an acquisition underway.
Acquisition went sideways.
And the acquisition went sideways. But Damien still got his hands on the artifact, and the eyes of the artifact were entrancing. So entrancing that he emerged in the Boston Museum, which was just weird happenstance. And then the Karen, who seemed like she might be willing to just steal everything, she tried stealing everything, as well as having a hurricane inside a museum, which, as any museum curators in the audience will know, having a hurricane in your museum is generally bad for the artifacts and paintings, and for fucking everyone. Sorry, David.
It is definitely less than ideal.
Yeah. And the police came, and Elijah, who exited stage left at some point, was the band's lawyer, and talked the cops out of doing anything that the band would have a problem with. And then the Supernatural Crimes Unit showed up and fucked that plan up real good, because SCU, that's what they do. And turned out that Chuck, the security guard, got implicated in a theft, except you were with Chuck when it happened. So the obvious place to jump was shapeshifter. So Damien made a few calls, and everyone got out of police custody and went to Salem to try to find out who actually stole the artifact and to clear Chuck's name. And it was going pretty well until a Rakshasa got in Helena's face. And Helena reacted much like someone who is very strong and not wanting to have someone eating their face might do, by skipping the Rakshasa across a pond like a stone, which was very impressive, but also gauche. So they got kicked outside along with the Rakshasa for provoking the incident. the negotiations inside continued to go well up until someone who looked exactly like Helena walked up, shot the Rakshasa in the face, killing him, and then tossed the gun over to Helena, saying, "They're never going to believe you." And then the Rakshasa fell into the mansion. Well, that is what is known in the biz as shit hitting the fan. And that brings us up to now, although we're still going to have a scene where fun things happen to BP that get him into the situation. But first, we'll go ahead and resolve or heighten the trouble that the other three people are in. So, Helena, you just saw yourself shoot a Rakshasa in the face and then give you the weapon. Damien and Mitch just heard a gunshot, and the Rakshasa that Helena was fighting a little with falls into the room. And everyone's screaming. And I think last time we established that no one speaks Tamil. So you don't understand what's happening, but the tone is very clear. What would you like to do?
I think it's not a bad idea to rush to the car and leave the place. I don't know if my fellow companions agree with that.
Yeah, no, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Let's fucking dip.
I mean, if you start running, the social pressure for everyone else to start running goes up dramatically.
Yeah. Okay. Then Elena totally does that. I think yes, they just turn and run to the car like that.
Get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Is Damien doing the same?
Yeah. Damon,
Yeah.
nope. Everything went well up until this shit happened, but like, I'm not gonna bank on that past success. I'm out too.
Well,
All right. Mitch. What's Mitch doing?
all right. I am fully aware that this could go very, very wrong and might eat up a lot of our momentum. But after seeing the body, after hearing the shouting in the background, turn around to face the direction the Rakshasa are coming from. Just step off to the side so that they can see what happened. And when and if they come into view from the other side of this 18-mile-long house, I want to see if any of them look something other than just angry. Something like shock, or ideally grief and hurt. As in, was this Rakshasa special to any one of them?
Gotcha.
Oh my God.
I'm guessing, well, empathy.
Yeah, that'll definitely be empathy.
Probably cunning, because it's more of an instinct thing.
Because of the situation,
Mm-hmm.
and this is actually I think this is actually going to be in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
Composure.
Oh, it is in my favor.
Because there is a lot of pressure to get this right
Yep.
now.
Yep. All right. One, two successes.
You said 2 successes?
2 successes.
All right. Yeah. So all of them are deeply upset about this. And that's not a surprise. However, it does rule out the possibility that one of them was behind it in some way, which is useful information for you to know because they're shapeshifters too. Mrs. Nadar looks like the kind of fury that a mother has when you fuck with their kids. There's one of the other Rakshasa, I was going to say you can't tell them apart, but Mitch is actually like super empathetic and would probably pay attention. So it might be hard, but Mitch might actually be able to tell them apart. Fuck it. I'll just say that you can. The one that was standing next to the now dead Rakshasa. Also, Mitch probably picked this up either from the screaming that is happening now or from chatter that happened before. The dead Rakshasa is named Rajit. And the one that was standing nearish, Rajit, does seem upset, not necessarily in like a spousal relationship, but maybe more like a sibling. But that empathy role will also tell you that this is not a talking time. You could try real hard to make it a talking time, but
It's
out of
action
character, I'll let you know that there is a very negative atmosphere right now.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
about to smoke.
The
The same time
vibes are awful.
all right.
They about to smoke.
Yeah, and for people watching who are not necessarily super familiar with Scion or the Storypath system, atmospheres are temporary conditions that change how social roles work. If everyone's happy, if you're at a party and everyone's having a good time, there might be a positive attitude, or there might be a positive atmosphere, which means that any roles you make get an enhancement and you feel good about it. And sometimes it's fucking negative, and any role you make is gonna have some complications. So, be aware of atmospheres and take them into account when deciding what you want to do.
Okay.
I'm going to imagine Mitch is doing this and we're running up towards him. And as me and Lena pass him, I sort of just grab his arm to pull him along. Like, this ain't the time for this, Boy Scout. Let's go.
All right. No, he's loyal enough that he will leave the scene behind. If there's a chance that this is actually going to turn into something violent, then I think while we're all running for the car, it might be a good time for my somebody's watching me knack to kick in. And just send, one or two people to get in the way, just to give us just enough time to get into the car, start it, and drive.
Michael Jackson sings in the background during this. During this time, I am also going to activate one of my knacks. I had Aura of Greatness up. I am now switching to Perfect Poise.
Good,
Okay.
good.
And that's another thing to bring up in terms of gameplay. So at origin tier, so like where we're at right now, where people the characters aren't quite aware of how divine they are, they can have one knack up at a time, and knacks are kind of like little superpowers. If they have more than one that they have available to them, they have to pick which one is currently available to them, and which one's available can switch between scenes. And since we had a scene break that was also an episode break, plenty of time for that to happen. And
Yeah, I'm not dragging Mitch myself, but I'm keeping an eye on the situation and see what happens.
Oh, no. He will reluctantly run to the car with the others because he's the one with the car keys.
Oh no, not gonna give indication or anything, but I just want to make sure everything's all right. And if I have to throw something at someone, though, at least.
Jeffrey, can you roll 3 dice for like no apparent reason?
I'd love to.
Oh.
Strictly educational purposes.
3 successes, one of which is a 10.
Shit.
4 successes.
Zam.
Right.
Zam Zaddy.
Well, it's going to be all of my good die rolls for this session, I think.
Well, considering that right now a very angry Titan spawn and like 5 Rakshasa are chasing you, it's a good time to be rolling lucky. So I don't remember. Is it a Jeep? Van? I don't remember. Or no, truck. It's a truck.
It's a truck.
Your truck doesn't have remote start. You get started anyways. You
Which does not question these things.
not sure why it happened, but it happened. And you hear an unusually loud backup sound and rumbling of a truck, just beep, beep, beep. And there's a large garbage truck driving backwards up the winding road to Mrs. Nathar's house at surprising speed and capability. Like, this is actually impressive on its own, although you do not have time to appreciate it. Everyone go ahead and give me athletics plus probably dexterity.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Is it alright if I burn momentum on this? Because I have no athletics and 4 dexterity.
Okay.
Is it okay with the group?
Yeah.
And momentum gives me one extra die or 2 extra die?
1.
One per.
All right, I'm gonna burn 1. Don't want to be greedy.
I got 2 successes.
1 success, but that's a 10, so 2 successes. Oh, and I was just about to pull it up and then forgot. Perfect poise. I cannot be shaken by panic or fear unless it's from a supernatural source, in which case I gain a 2 enhancement to resist it. That applies to such as Clash of Wills. You also gain 1 enhancement to all social roles involving grace, post compulsion. That does not apply here. Cool. 2 successes.
And 4 successes.
Jesus.
I do have athletics and a lot of it.
All right.
Mitch played football and probably everything else too.
Mhm. Never won first.
Lettered in everything. Lettered in everything.
Lettered in lettering. I missed what Michaela got.
2 successes.
Okay. That is enough, especially with the fact that everyone kind of has a head start. Yeah, you run into the mysteriously running truck and peel out of there,
Mhm.
which is more complicated than you would think. One, it's a winding road, which means that going full speed is very challenging, especially in a truck. Also, there's a big fucking garbage truck rolling the opposite way. Mitch definitely doesn't know why there's a garbage truck rolling in the opposite direction and might be concerned by the fact. Helen and Damien can try rolling to see if they get an idea of what's happening here, which would probably be subterfuge and cunning.
Okay.
That
Let's
sounds fine to me. Subterfuge 3. Cunning 4.
just 1 for me.
Can
Decent.
I use my magic speciality from academics on this?
Not on this one.
Okay. That's fine. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, 2 of which are 10s. 4 successes.
Wow. Okay, cool. I
What you
have,
don't know is we rolled dumb good in this game.
turns out. Okay, so Helen is like, this is probably in our favor. If not, it's at least neutral-ish. Damien's like, I've seen this. I've seen exactly this. They are blockers for a heist, although there hasn't been a heist, which is strange, but you have seen exactly this move where someone needs to make a quick getaway, and for whatever reason, a garbage truck shows up and it's just like, things busted. What can you do?
Sometimes you use a linebacker to punch a hole and then you follow through. It makes sense. I'm sorry for the sports metaphor, y'all.
I thought you were going Die Hard 3.
That too.
So yeah. Mitch, I need a pilot plus probably cunning.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That is really interesting.
One success. I need to get better at pilot.
Yeah. You kind of lose control on one of the turns. It's not enough to spin you out or make you fishtail too much, although you do fishtail a little bit. But you have a quick glance in your rear view / over your shoulder, and there are a bunch of cars and motorcycles that they were not parked outside, but they're after you now anyways. And they seem like they're going to gain a bit of ground on you, which is the second most concerning thing right now. Number one is, you remember how I said that the road just kind of snakes out from Mrs. Natharu's house? It's snaking more, as in the entire road is now slithering underneath your truck, and it is adding a turn in front of you and subtracting one from behind you. You're actually losing ground somehow. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but very little about this day has made sense. So you're kind of taking it in stride.
Is there some sort of, I don't know how this works, but like, is there some way where I can either do quick research or just have the because I have so much understanding of the occult, where like I can figure out a like counter magic or something to this clearly supernatural thing that's going on right now?
Yes. First, you're going to want to figure out what the fuck and what the fuck under difficult circumstances. So occult plus resolve.
Cool. Definitely can I apply my specialty in magic now?
Definitely.
That gives me a enhancement. This is not a social role, so my though argument for a perfect poise would be beneficial to me keeping my cool during this what the fuck moment while my cats fight. Sorry.
You arguing to use composure?
No, to get a 1 enhancement bonus from perfect poise.
Gotcha.
Begging for enhancements.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. So I have 2 enhancements waiting for me. And with those 2 enhancements, that is 4 successes.
All right. While you've never witnessed this kind of spell on this scale before, both lowercase s and uppercase s, because scale is a keyword in Scion and Storypath. You've seen this in like kind of parlor tricks where like someone will hold something up and then just sort of go, and then it undulates a bit and sort of reconfigures itself in a semi-permanent way. You know that preventing the person from like concentrating will cause it to stop, although it does not make it revert to its original form. These changes are physically happening and are semi-permanent. meaning that if it's left alone for more time than you have right now, it will eventually go back to normal. But time is not on your side here. If you can figure out who's doing it, and there's a very easy guess available. And
of the cars that are, of the vehicles that are following us, are there any cars, or like, is it just motorcycles?
there is one car. Mrs. Nathar is the passenger of it and has a
Thought so.
concentrated face.
Hey,
There's also a Rakshasa driving.
Elena, have you
Yes.
ever actually used a gun before?
No, sorry, I couldn't hear you. The last part of the sentence.
Have you ever actually used a gun before?
No, I didn't shoot that Rakshasa. I told you.
I know. Shut up. Not what I'm talking about.
No, I can't shoot. I can't shoot. I'm not good at
Okay,
it.
she's doing this. She's doing this. We need to break her concentration so that we can get away. Aim for the tires.
Okay. Out of character, I have 0 dots in firearms.
So you
I
can't
can't shoot.
shoot. Is what you're fucking
I can't
saying.
shoot. I told you I can't shoot.
Helena was being honest.
But
Helena
I
has been
thought you
given...
said that you can shoot. My bad. That's on me. Mitch, can you shoot?
Driving.
I know you're driving. Answer the question.
No.
God damn it. Okay. Then it's got to be you. I definitely cannot.
I'll give it a try, I guess.
I believe in you, buddy.
All right. It's definitely firearms.
Okay.
Your
Unbelievable.
choice of dexterity or resolve, because both of them are very applicable right now.
Yeah, it's tragic, and I guess that aiming at tires also comes with its difficulty. It changes and stuff. Okay, Elena. I think
I
they
will note
climb-
that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of momentum in the pool. I'm down for them using all of them.
I can't create a dice pool basically out of moment. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The situation. How far are they behind us? Sorry.
They're like one turn of the road behind you. So like they're physically kind of close, although it'll take them time to make the turn and come after you.
Because I'm trying to guess if I can block the road. It's really okay. Let's see with I'll try with burning 4 of those momentum, but it's still a really bad idea.
We are
Burn
completely
them all.
behind you.
You can take them all.
Okay, let's burn them all.
There we go.
Let's make the character without dots in firearm do a really difficult shot.
So this may shift your plan a little bit, but out of character, what's going on right now is a complex action, and with a certain number of intervals before you get caught, and one of those has been used, and unfortunately not a success. If you spend 3 momentum, you get an additional try.
Okay.
Okay, so do we want to leave 3 in the pool.
Yeah, yes, I'll leave 3 in the pool and spend 3 to give me
Yeah.
a just normal dice pool, average dice pool.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll say that Elena climbs out of the car and goes on the backward on the the behind part of the pickup. Terminology isn't working with my bilingual skills tonight.
It's called a bed, truck bed.
Okay, thank you. I'll climb there and probably I'll have a look to see if there's something I can use to create something that can slow people down, but then I'll try to shoot as soon as I have a look.
Okay, so you're going into the bed of the truck, first looking to make an obstacle, and then after that, you're gonna take a shot?
Yes.
Okay.
I always find a popped Goodyear is a good way to slow a car down.
Yes. Good news, bad news, depending on who you are. Good news, Helena finds something that will definitely be an obstacle to wheeled vehicles. Bad news for Mitch,
Mhm.
it's a toolbox, which is kind of pricey, and you have spent years getting it exactly the way you want it. And even if you recover it afterwards, the tools are going to be scrambled all over the place, and the box is probably going to be bent. It will definitely not be the way that you want it, if you even get it back. So Helena, there's like 500 tool chest in the back. It is movable. It will take a lot of strength, but you have a lot of strength. So
you eat that bitch.
They are still a little bit far, so for this round, I'll try to have a shoot and then keep the toolbox option for the next one.
Okay. Then
we'll have better chances later, basically, because we'll be out of momentum as well.
All right, go ahead and take your shot.
Okay, this is the first time in their life Elena shoots because they don't like guns as well. So it's
actually, I just realized. So the momentum pool is capped at twice the number of players. And so you were maxed out, but Elliot has joined the game, which means when you failed the first interval, you gained 1. So you are actually at 7.
Okay.
I don't know if that changes anyone's plan, but
I'll grab another one then and turn my dice.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, let's see what happens now. Oh, not that good. It's 2 successes.
All right. So
yeah, I suspect the difficulty wasn't that low.
So, well, you're actually, because of how it winds, you're actually at basically close range. So hitting a tire isn't super difficult. However, it's not the easiest. TLDR. It's difficulty 2. You are standing up in the bed of a truck that is moving and whipping through turns, handling a firearm, and you have never fired one before. You have a complication of 2.
It's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So you can shoot the tire and succeed on that, and then deal with a complication, which may result in you hanging on for dear life as you tumble half out of the truck. Or you can not fall out of the truck and miss.
This was a brilliant idea. I think I'll go with I hit a tire and deal with the consequences.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a bet. I know that.
Oh no,
It is helpful for the
was
group.
correct answer.
Yes,
was
it
the
is
correct
helpful for
answer.
the group. Yeah, for the person inside the truck, that was the correct answer. For me hanging on the outside, not so much.
All right. So Hella is being partially dragged by the truck, partially running as fast as they can because want to get those feet underneath you, and then ideally not have to use your feet. And now, Mitch, there's garbage truck coming at you. You've got another turn to make. Give me pilot and what did I say before? Resolve? No, composure.
Right. One success is a 10. Nope, just one success.
All right.
They're catching up.
They indeed are. However, not all of them are catching up. So there's that. So the test, the difficulty is 2. I'll just let you know that. And so the motorcycles are catching up. Mrs. Nadar and her chauffeur aren't, and the road isn't snaking right now, so that's a plus.
Good.
The motorcycles are right behind all y'all. You got one more turn before either they catch you or you get past the garbage truck or get hit by the garbage truck. I mean, there are options.
This is such a bad idea. Such a bad idea, but here we go anyway. I climb back into the bed as well to try and help Helena back in. Here's what I'm thinking. That I'm going, and of course subject to veto, I tag my Pantheon path Born of Death, because even if I don't know that I'm a Scion yet, I am close enough to I'm the Scion of the semi-death god. I may not know the exact minute or the hour of my death, but I know it ain't now, or at least feel that way. So can I tag that to get I forget what you get when you tag a path. I think it's 2 dice, something like that.
2 dice.
Yeah. So on this very, very poorly suggested athletics composure to try and drag assist them in getting back up.
Yeah. Yeah, composure or might. Both would be useful.
Definitely composure. Definitely composure.
Okay.
And may I get the one enhancement from Perfect Poise for this?
That is why you made it a social roll. Yeah, all right.
Also,
Sneaky.
because I have
Also
3 in
because-
composure and 1 in might. I'm a face. 2 successes, 1's a 10. So with that 1 enhancement, 3 successes.
Yeah. You sort of get set, and then as Mitch is taking a turn, you use that momentum to just haul Helena up, and Helena lands just like both feet flat on the bed. Good to go. Yeah.
I say absolutely nothing.
I get no fucking respect. No respect at all.
But you've got perfect poise, so you look completely cool and collected through the entire thing too. Just like,
Oh yeah, the suit is impeccable.
suit is fine.
I'm
Fit.
not
It's
here
fantastic.
because of someone's idea, so I'm not thanking anyone for coming and cleaning up the situation.
Well, the good news is that you do not take an injury condition from being dragged, and you're next to the tool chest if you still want to throw it.
Mitch,
Mhm.
I'm gonna get permission first.
I think I'm going to throw your toolbox at them. It's all right.
Oh. Okay. Yep. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's cheap. I can replace it.
Okay.
That, my friends, was a lie.
Can I roll empathy plus computer to see if Mitch lied to me?
Yeah, do it. Is Mitch trying to hide this very hard?
No, Mitch has other things on his mind right now.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's
It's busy.
highly understandable.
It's a really bad dice pool, but we'll see. And I'll still get 1 success.
One success, since he's not trying to hide it, is enough to know, yeah, no, this is not cheap. But he did say, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
If it helps, I know a guy.
Okay. We are only followed by the motorcycles right now, right?
Yep.
Only followed closely by the motorcycle. Mrs. Ladar's car is still in it, but losing a tire makes driving hard. Losing a tire on a curve sucks.
Okay.
It is
I would
actually
like to
kind of a
add that this
miracle
is
that she hasn't
our-
wrecked yet.
Then
I
I'll
would
think.
like to add that this is our second vehicular nonsense.
Mhm.
I'll go not for the whole toolbox, but I'll grab the biggest wrench I can find and then try to lodge it with full strength into the driver or one of the motorcycles.
Oh,
Into...
all right. Gonna be
At least I'll save the rest.
yeah. Athletics plus
That torque wrench will never be the
athletics
same.
plus dexterity, please.
Okay.
Someone's getting pipe wrenched.
And yeah, it is it is indeed a pipe wrench, because that is the biggest fucking one there's in there. Like the classic sort of
Okay.
red-headed pipe wrench with just like
Oh, well,
about an 18-inch handle on it.
We're getting a little better on these rolls finally, and it's 3 successes.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit with 1 left over for stunts.
Oh, I need to check
I
those. because
don't know if
I don't
I
know
don't know
if
if
there's
there are.
anything useful to
Yeah, I
do
don't-
with that.
Yeah.
I don't think that you can get anything cool with 1.
On a thrown
Origin,
attack.
combat.
No,
Other combat actions, attacking.
no, because blind
I think
needs
so.
2, critical hit needs 4, and disarm and line drive require more successes than that. So yeah, you
Okay,
just
well,
beam a Rakshasa in the face, and they were in a rush to get after you, so he's not wearing a helmet. Which, by the way, if you're on a motorcycle, put on a fucking helmet.
PSA.
Not just because you might catch a pipe wrench to the face, but you might catch a pipe wrench to the face if you don't wear a helmet.
These things happen. So there is a non-zero chance.
A non-zero chance that you can reduce by wearing a helmet. Full face helmet, not just the skid lid. At any rate, the Rakshasa who was closest behind you is no longer closest behind you. Still after you, but he's not laying on the throttle right now because
I'm also not dead.
like had a quick decision of which hand to let go of and go, fuck. And was smart enough to keep the one with the brake and the throttle because needs control right now. But that also means he doesn't have the shift. Doesn't have the clutch, and it's just because that's what happens when you get hit in the face with a fucking pipe wrench at like 30 miles an hour. Mitch, you got one more interval unless y'all spend the remaining 3 momentum.
Thinking we might need to spend that momentum, folks.
Go for it.
So if I'm doing the math right, we're back down to 0 momentum in the pool.
We are back to
Yes,
0.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing else that would be useful here. So just driving on. 1, 2, 3. Thank God 1s don't cancel successes in Storypath. 4 successes.
Nice. Yeah, so with that many successes, you just sort of like gun it and then expect the fishtail and sort of anticipate to use it, and you just sort of drift a truck with 2 people in the back without losing either of them, which is impressive on its own. Even more impressive because there's a bunch of motorcycles chasing you, and the loud ass beep beep of the garbage truck rolling in the opposite direction. You think that you have gotten a decent amount ahead of the motorcycles through the shenanigans that has been going on behind you. You think if you succeed one more time, you will get past the garbage truck, and then everyone is going to have a hard time coming after you, especially if the garbage truck does anything weird, which
Garbage trucks have been known
it's
to do.
gonna.
Yeah.
Having gotten prior consent, toolboxes typically have like nails, that sort of deal in there, right? I'm not
Yeah.
a tool person. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to drop some nails down behind us like cow drops for these motorcycles to drive. I am anti-tire right now, hard body is what it seems. I am just strong anti-tire. So I don't know what I've got to do that, but that's what I want to do, is just throw some boxes of nails down or whatever.
I'm going to call that athletics and cunning, because you're
definitely
trying to
cunning.
get them. You're probably trying to throw them in the right area, and then the cunning is because this is going to be a weird thing to throw, and you're not aiming at the motorcycle. You need to aim a little bit in front of it. So you're making predictions about how things are moving. This is not at all how I thought this was going to play out.
Any way I can say subterfuge instead of athletics? No, right? I have to ask.
The wheeling and dealing is endless.
It costs nothing to ask.
No, this is definitely going to be athletics.
That is a 110 on this die. One success on 4 dice ain't bad. I'll take that.
All right. That is definitely going to be okay.
At least a complication for them.
Yeah. So basically, through it, it sort of landed and then exploded outwards, and it wasn't enough to blow out the first Rakshasa's tire, but it was enough to make him need to swerve around it, which means that the bikes behind him are also like, shit, okay. Tap those brakes. If you would have rolled slightly higher, that would have happened on a curve. And for folks who ride motorcycles, braking during a curve, fucking awful idea. If you don't ride a motorcycle, braking during a curve, terrible idea. And you will probably eat the fucking pavement if you try, which is why smart people brake before they get into a fucking turn. So that might happen next turn. We'll find out. Ideally, it doesn't, because y'all get away. We'll find out. Helena, Mitch, what you gonna do?
Okay. It really pains me to ruin this toolbox any further.
So long as you didn't throw a grandma's pipe wrench.
Okay.
Jeffrey, the next roll you make, you get an extra die.
Okay, then it makes even more. I have some doubts about my plan for this round, but now I don't have any more. Rather than ruining the toolbox any further, I think I'm gonna try something really dumb, but I have right to do that as well. And dislodge the rear window from the truck and throw it like a frisbee at motorcycle. Those are easier to replace, I mean.
Yeah.
Just destroying this poor man's truck.
The fuck am I even gonna make you roll to destroy a truck?
Hey, they do that in Street Fighter, so it's cool.
If we die because of us doing stuff, they can't kill us. So there's that. I guess
let's go with your choice of subterfuge or technology and might.
Let's see.
Like dismantling a window, those are like the top two skills: technology or subterfuge.
I'll go for subterfuge because I have 3 dots there and 0 in technology. Okay, let's see what happens now.
Oh, I just realized that because this is combined action, you want to tear it out and then throw it. So
right.
That changes the dice
It's
pool
action.
potentially.
Mhm.
It's also going to be, so throwing it is going to be athletics and dexterity. Which of those 2 dice pools is lower? Because that's what you're using to do both.
Okay, then I roll athletics and dexterity because where I have might, it's higher. And see if I manage to get a couple of successes. Sorry, gotta check the. Okay.
Combined actions are weird.
Okay. I have a couple of potential things that can change stuff. I got 3 successes because I got 2 10 for starters and reroll 1.
All right, yeah. So tearing the window out is gonna need difficulty 1. You only need 1 success. There is a complication attached to that, which is to do it without getting glass on the inside of Mitch's truck. You can choose whether or not to fucking buy that off.
No, we'll get the glass inside this time.
Keep in mind that you do need to that the remainder of those successes are to chuck the window. So
yes.
All right. So 1 success to tear the window out. Sorry, Mitch, and then 2 successes to chuck the window. All right. That's their defense. So like that's their defense. Their defense is 2. Another. They need to wear helmets, is what I'm fucking saying. I didn't realize that today was going to be a game where I explain motorcycle safety to people, but wear a fucking helmet. Because
Like
pipe
that
wrenches
last
and
time
flying
where-
windows just in the face.
Like that last
And
time.
not wrong stuff, apparently.
We're definitely like wear seatbelts. Don't drive distracted. This is just what the science showcase is about. Is just safety on the roads.
I threw light extinguisher, a pipe wrench, and truck window. I wonder what will happen once I'll get epic attributes or something like that.
Yeah, no, you're going to end up
throwing entire cars.
Deed of Yeats. Yeats McGee. That's your new deed name.
Going to end up with the title of Thrower of Things.
Stuff chucker.
Stuff chucker.
Yeah.
So yeah. The Rakshasa that had to swerve and then that tied up the Rakshasa behind him eats a window to the face. Still alive, still upset, arguably more upset now, but also slightly subdued from eating a fucking window to the face. So
the toolbox is fine, Mitch.
Good. I think they shot out my window.
Yes, they did. We'll get them for that, Mitch.
Gosh.
So I don't think that you had actually spent the 3 momentum to get an additional interval. However, the bullshit that you have been pulling is enough that you do get another interval. Jeffrey, can Mitch get you out of there?
Let's find out. I'm leaning towards no.
I mean, do you want to
2
spend that 3?
successes. Nah.
2 successes are exactly the
successes.
difficulty.
Okay.
You
It's also
the
tense.
the garbage truck kind of fishtails a little bit, like just loses traction on the front end because it's still driving backwards, and inside the turn. So it fishtailing actually prevented the collision, but because it's fishtailing, it whips back around and blocks off pursuers. And because the road is no longer snaking underneath you, you hit actual street, and now you can actually just floor it. And there is so much angry yelling behind you. And while all of you hear this at least a little bit, Damien hears it crystal clear, as though Mrs. Nadar was right next to him.
Uh-oh.
This isn't over, Damien de la Cruz. You owe me the head of the one responsible, the one who killed Rajit. You will pay me what you owe.
No, I'm fine with that.
And I'm going to take a quick little break and then find out what BP has been up to.
Meanwhile,
and because this is pre-recorded, you'll find out exactly back. All right. So all of that shenanigans just happened. And now we get to learn what BP has been up to. And if you thought that shenanigans was a bit much, it's not in comparison.
Hiromi.
So, BP, you are the stagehand of 1,000 odd skills, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I am. Yes.
So, your follower, Adeline Swift, she's a Nymstagrammer, and there's a Nymstagram challenge going on right now, which is to prank someone by doing something nice. And she requested your help on this because she had a great idea that is a bit technical, which means that it's kind of your bailiwick. So she got a tip that there was going to be a party going on, or some kind of gathering at this very fancy mansion of a Sri Lankan businesswoman. And you get there. I mean, there's lights and commotion a little bit, but there's only one vehicle out front, which is kind of weird. But I mean, the challenge is a challenge, right? There's this truck just right there. It's the only vehicle, and like there's a time limit on these things, so trying to figure out like what you can do to this truck that has an intact rear window and all of its tools. Hey, so this truck seems kind of old, but like, what if it had modern features and that just blew the mind of the driver? Like we would need to like get footage of the reaction. So like I can put cameras in here, but cameras aren't really a feature. Cameras are just to help my channel out. Do you have any ideas of like what we can do to this truck that might make it surprising and fun?
Surprising and fun is a little bit difficult in this context. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Well, like it's pre remote startup,
Yeah.
and like we could probably do that, right?
I mean, sure, if we've got all the stuff for it, but yeah, I think I can give that a shot. How long do we have for this?
I don't know. I mean, the party in there seems like it's going at a respectable amount. So I don't know, maybe half hour.
Oh, only for you, Adeline.
Really appreciate it, boss.
Mhm. So he just probably shrugs off the world's biggest backpack and starts trying to get into the hood to see what he can do about replacing all this stuff so it has remote startup now.
Yeah, go ahead and give me technology plus intellect.
Intellect, okay.
I mean, an argument can be made for cunning.
Let's go with cunning, because I've got the feeling BP's going to have to like jury rig some stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely going to be a penny somewhere in there instead of a transistor. And a 10. So 4 successes.
Nice.
Mhm.
It is gonna be one more interval. However, your success on that one is gonna give you it's gonna give you one enhancement, and it's gonna give Adeline one enhancement to setting up cameras and free empathy check. She's not
Okay.
telling you everything. There's another component to this prank. And
I think BP's actually going to let it ride on that one, just because he trusts Adeline not to be putting him in the face of a felony charge again, because I can almost guarantee that it's happened at some point in the past. Again. Look, she's a nymph. She lives in a different world. But so one more of the jury rigging part.
yeah.
So and I've got innate toolkit. So he's just going in there like no tools whatsoever, just using his hands to like rip parts out. And at one point he's like, I really ought to solder these. And then he just kind of like squeezes them together real hard. 2 successes plus the enhancement for 3.
All right. That gets you the remote startup.
JP brushes off his hands and he looks over at Adeline and he's like, so What are we supposed to do now?
So I feel like we can use my drone to sort of like get them scared a little bit, make them want to run out of here. And then, so you remember when I had your help and we were working on that remote driving project and like how that looked really cool? So I thought about that, and it's cool driving around a track in like a Mustang, but what if, and just hear me out, what if I got control of a garbage truck and made it drive towards them so that they have to like drive around, and there may be a little bit of panic on the driver. Like I know that the official challenge is so that it's something nice, but I feel like having a bit more tension and adventure would be, while not nice in the moment, they'd feel good about it afterwards, especially if I or you, I mean, either way, drove the truck so that they narrowly escape and feel good about their driving skills.
Now I have concerns, a lot of concerns, big concerns, screaming concerns. And I guess my first question is just why? To what end?
So, I've been stuck at 950,000 followers for a really long time, and I think this is going to be the one. It's big.
So you want us to almost intentionally hit this truck with a garbage truck for a prank about doing nice things to people?
Yes. Also, there's a cash prize, and I would split it with like you and with the driver.
How much?
50K.
And you can just see all of these like bills just flashing in BP's head of just things that have been piling about that high on an increasingly disused part of his kitchen table. And he lets out the biggest sigh. Do you have the garbage truck already?
I set it up last night.
You knew that I was going to do this.
I was hoping really hard, because if you didn't do it, then I would probably have to do it on my own and
commit vehicular homicide.
I mean, I would try my best to avoid vehicular homicide. I mean, like it. So from a legal perspective, it would probably be considered attempted vehicular homicide, or at least reckless driving. But oh, and probably also illegal use of a drone in a controlled space. But
Addie.
Yes.
At this point, I'm just starting to think of our friendship as harm reduction. So, okay, take me to the garbage truck.
Well, the neat thing is that we don't have to go to it. I set it up with the remote controls, so like I can drive it, or you can drive it. Either way.
I will be driving it.
Okay.
And he just takes the remote setup and okay, so what now, Addie? What's next in this plan?
Well, I figured that like to get like the clearest shot, we would go over to that bush, and very shortly after she says shot, you hear an actual gunshot, and you look. There's a dead man flopping into the house with two twins. And then there is a huge amount of yelling and screaming coming from the house. And there is no cover anywhere nearby except the truck. It's one of those crew cabs.
Mm-hmm. So are we getting in the truck?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're getting
Adeline dives into the truck and starts like trying to cover herself up.
I help her because I'm being emotionally held hostage at this point.
Good news. Your remote start works. You hear it go off. You hear the relays and you're like, yeah, that actually sounds exactly like it's supposed to. You were a little worried that maybe that penny that you stuck there was only going to be a one-time thing, but like it'll definitely hold up to another one as long as like no one hits the truck or something weird.
Yeah. As long as all the windows are still intact, the system will be flawless.
Exactly. And cover yourself up. And good news, bad news. The cameras on the garbage truck, they were great, just absolutely great. You can see all around the truck. You have a lot of solid maneuverability. Bad news, Adeline didn't like wire in the gearbox. It only goes in reverse. It will be a challenge to drive, but you're up to driving challenges. You said so earlier.
No, I'm not. Can't you tell that was a cunning lie?
Well,
oh dear.
Truck rolls as people pile into it. There's a whole lot of yelling going on. You got control.
Is just staring daggers at Adelaide. Just
both of your faces lit by the garbage truck control, just daggers.
Yeah. Oh dear. So I guess I have to now try and...
I don't know. This friendship seems toxic.
She's not normally this bad, but she's just gotten a little desperate. But yeah, so I guess I'm trying to control a garbage truck by remote control while covered in the back of the truck that might be hit by it. Is that where we've landed with all of this?
That is a succinct description of what's going on.
Okay, so what do I need to roll to almost hit myself in the past? Or wait, do I just need to fail so I fail to hit them?
I mean, either is a valid outcome for this. It is probably pilot and your choice of cunning or dexterity.
They are the same. So I have 3 dice for this. I'm going to go ahead and tag in my theater tech with 1,000 odd jobs for the 2 dice, because I can only assume at some point he's had to do some kind of weird driving thing associated with at least one of those.
Yep. There are a fair number of remote control stage props that exist. They're also cool as hell.
Five successes.
That's a start. That's
Welcome to the
definitely a good
band.
start.
Exploding 10s.
Y'all started the adventure You started this session with big rolls, gonna end on big rolls. So yeah, no, you start whipping through those turns in reverse somehow. And then when it comes close to the truck that you're in, and you just sort of feel the panic of everyone around you, as in addition to hearing another gunshot and then feeling the wind flapping the tarp that's over you, you just perfect zen, and you just have this, and you're like, gonna make this giant truck just whip through that turn, give plenty of space, and then come to a perfect stop sideways. And Adeline, on the other side of the tarp, and you glance up, and she's like, and shows you the footage that she's getting, and just like huge amounts of excitement. This might be the happiest you've ever seen her.
Just because that was awesome doesn't mean we're done with this conversation.
So the five of you peel out of that neighborhood. Is BP trying to remain hidden?
At this point, probably not. I feel like, at this point he's probably reached his limit for the amount of chicanery and shenanigans he'll put up with.
Well, here's the thing about that. If you aren't driving conspicuously, Damon's gonna assume that you're with them and has like a I don't know, a like torque wrench like this, but just like being your like hood completely ineffectually, but still. So you can do with that information what you will.
Being their hood?
Yeah, with the torque wrench. It's throw. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Bean, New York slang for throw.
Gotcha. Okay. But
no.
my question was on hood.
Oh, at the hood of their car.
Oh no, they're in our car.
Are they not in a car?
We're in yours car.
They're in the truck with you.
How'd they get into our car?
They were there before
did
you
that
got in.
Oh,
That's what
Just been
okay.
hiding.
I thought they were in the back of the garbage truck. That's why I was confused. Okay.
No, it is neater and weirder.
Five successes.
And that's
Continue
why
on.
whether or
I'm gonna
not
need a
they're
moment
hiding is very
to
important.
Take a okay. Then I reverse. So if they're no longer hiding and they just like pop up, like do like, oh hi, definitely thinking about chucking the wrench at them. It's like, ah.
I can't even blame you on that one.
Adeline whips the tarp off of her once it is very obvious that that part of the jig is up. There are more jigs to be jigged, and has a fistful of cash and just shoves it at Mitch, going, "Surprise! You just won $5,000. Got you."
The instant she says that, he just looks at her, with like, okay, I see how these numbers are going to go.
I am never coming to fucking Massachusetts again. Y'all want some other shit. Y'all want some other shit here.
It is kind of forsaken.
I think Mitch is within his rights just to go, and doesn't hit the brakes because I'm not even sure where Helena and Damien are right now. So
I'm so sorry. Please do not crash us. I promise we can explain.
Yep. Good. Good.
Yep.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day, and I'm just gonna take us back to the cauldron.
And get some more nachos.
Maybe. Okay. Deep breaths.
Nachos are on me, buddy.
That reminds me, we are on day one of this. It's been a long day indeed.
The longest day. This is like an episode. This is a like season of like 24 kind of day.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Ain't nobody got time to shit. It's just all action all the time. God. Okay. Why are you in our car?
You're pranked.
I'm so sorry for her and for everything and for whatever that was that just happened with the crazy winding road. And that wasn't on me, I don't think, but the garbage truck, that was me, and I apologize for us on that.
That was you?
Yeah, also the window
was
wasn't
you.
us. The window wasn't us. I want that on the record.
No, they shot that out. So
they definitely shot that out.
Really? Because it sounded it didn't sound like shooting on that one. It sounded more like ripping or prying or jimmying, you know.
I'm sure you definitely knew from beneath a tarp secretly in our camp. Sorry, in our truck. Are we forgetting this? We're not forgetting this.
And in all this, Elena just crouched in a corner with like this, taking deep breaths and massaging their temples like this, basically.
Well,
would you like some aromatherapy?
Fuck
Addie, please read the room. Please, I beg you, learn.
It is legal in this state, so I do take some.
Fair enough.
This is Massachusetts. It's legal here.
But yeah, so she thought it was a good idea to do some kind of an Instagram prank for lots more money than she's given you. So make a note of that one.
Oh yeah. Which of you is on Instagram?
He points over to the obvious nymph.
That's really cool.
It is when it's not almost causing crimes and or death, but which is admittedly a lot of the time, just by proportion, more than you would expect. But so surprise, your car has remote start now, so that's good. Please don't press charges.
No.
Then please don't kill us. I don't know. You're taking this a lot calmer than I thought, but
it's a proportional thing, I think. I'm especially actually glad that we got you out of that place when we did, because those people, they weren't very nice.
No, and we did see kind of a dead body just flopping. Was that That seemed like a thing.
That was the thing. Yeah.
Wait, where's your
You
twin?
know nothing
Did
about-
we leave your twin behind?
Yes, but we are not in a good relationship, so I have no idea.
Ah,
Right side, you have someone who saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Witness.
So
There's actually a decent chance it's on camera.
Fair.
that just goes to confirm that I wasn't lying and I didn't shot that Rakshas. See? It was my twin.
Evil twins are a problem.
Damon comes back to himself, puts down the wrench.
Thank you for not
And
wrenching me.
after Michaela again specifies that they did not shoot that person, I sort of sing song, but you did shoot out that witch's car.
Yes, it was the first time I shot something, and I'm honestly surprised that as if I had some. I went with the flow and kept the momentum going, or something like that.
I pat them on the back and go, "Good job, buddy." Okay.
Yeah, I'm not touching a gun again, so you can keep this one. Also, give me a second. That it's probably better this way. I'll chuck the gun into the woods and get rid of it like that. The last thing I throw this session, I promise.
Drastic, but I guess you could have just put it in my pocket, but here we are.
Yeah, I'm not taking
right.
my chances with that gun. In the sense that I'm not worried about. Actually, now that you ask me to shoot with it, it has my fingerprints, which it didn't have before. So that's
We
great.
don't know that. We don't know how good their shapeshifters are.
The gun is gone in the woods.
That's fine. So when apparently your garbage truck blocked them off, I got a message from her saying that the thing I owe her, she's calling in my debt. The head of whomsoever killed that guy. Rajit. Yeah, we gotta find who murdered that guy and deliver them to justice.
Yeah, it's more likely they'll hit him or her or them or whatever. I have no idea what was the
Better
thing
than
that
us.
took my looks.
So
Better than us.
two things.
Go.
First, when she's you had to bring his head to her. It can still be attached to him, right?
That was my intention,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, good.
Though we do have that sword.
Oh, there's a sword now? He perks up
There
at
was always
sword.
a sword.
Isn't that back in Boston?
There was always a sword.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. Are we not going back to Boston?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not really up to bring slice that on a plate to someone like that. So I think bringing the
Get bag.
twin is all right. Let's bring my twin to them and call it a day. Because I'd rather. I mean, it's already difficult that I'm on the other side of the continent from where I'm supposed to be right now. But I'd rather not go back home followed by a whole secret society of flesh-eating demons. So that's
With
if
backward
that's not
hands.
too much to ask.
Also, hi, I'm Mitch.
Hi, Mitch. I'm VP.
Hi, VP.
Yeah.
Nice to
I'm
meet you.
Ally.
Hi.
Damien.
I'm Elena.
And Damien, Mitch,
Helena.
Helena. This is Adeline. Please feel free to hold everything against her. Also, I think she might need you to sign some like video release forms when we're not in mortal peril.
Yeah, no. And so, as I said earlier, plan, drive to the cauldron, because I'm guessing nobody is going to mess with that place. So it seems like somewhere just where we can all gather, catch our breath, figure out what we're going to do next, and
Get weird seafood nachos.
yes, that too.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Sounds like a fantastic plan. But one question:
Mhm.
you mentioned flesh-eating demons. Sorry, a cult of flesh-eating demons. Which ones?
In this case, the Rakshasa.
Do you know more than one cult of such things?
Yes.
As things
Personally,
go.
I mean,
or-
not personally, but like, okay, I know one, but they're in Hollywood, and like, who isn't a flesh-eating cultist in Hollywood?
In a certain sense, I guess that's right. Okay.
I hear
I don't
Tom
know.
Hanks is nice.
Yeah, I've heard the stories about him being a chosen or whatever. I don't know. The stories changes every time.
So
Did you hear that like Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross were both Scions of Mars and did like special ops stuff before they got their TV shows? I have concrete proof. I'm just saying.
No, that one.
I would love to
missed.
interview you and to maybe, if you have proof, to sort of combine forces and get that story out there if that's something that you're interested in.
Don't get into conspiracy podcast, please, Damien. We don't need it. So.
Conspiracy theory on Instagram is very popular right now.
It's lucrative if you are interested in more money.
Please do not do a brand deal for your conspiracy theory content. Butcherbox was very upset last time.
God damn it.
And with that note, we're going to start wrapping things up because we have a lot of chaos, and we can roll that into the next episode.
As we drive back towards Salem, I know it's not actually Boston, but I play some Dropkick Murphys as we're going.
good. We need the closing credit soundtrack.
Yeah. And with the closing credits, there was a lot. I mean, it was kind of all one scene, but also not. Did anyone accomplish a deed? Because I think at the very least, Mitch's deed of be in a high-speed pursuit got checked off.
I am counting that one off.
I did not fast talk someone out of my league.
Did I impress anyone with unusual talents?
Yeah. I'd go, yeah.
Okay.
You did Tokyo Drift a fucking a garbage truck in reverse
Up a
Fair.
winding road.
Well,
by remote
first of all,
control.
While the
I
road was
success
being
on the first
roughshod.
roll.
Fair. Okay.
That-
From another car.
Sure. That
While
really
the
was a
road's
way
being
to get into
roughshod.
the game.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
No, no deeds for me.
All right. So we'll go around and find and refresh people who y'all are and maybe where they can find your stuff. Starting with Elliot. Who are you? Who have you been playing? And where can people send money to you or whatevs?
My name's Elliot Freeman. I've been playing BP, Beauregard Prescott. You can find me on Twitter at Elliot M. Freeman, 2 L's, 2 T's, where I mostly hype up my friends and occasionally shitpost. Other than that, check out Exalted and Scion and all of it, just all of it.
Michaela, who are you? Who have you been playing? And where can people buy your stuff?
Hello, I'm Michele Masala. I play Elena Torres Rappaccini. Concept is Punk Poison Ivy, and we'll see where that leads us. You can find me mostly hanging around on the Onyx Path Discord, and where I talk about the stuff, the game lines I worked on, and those I feel like I have any authority to speak about whatsoever. You can buy my stuff, specifically my on the Storypath Nexus. For now, I have They Came from the North Pole. It's a supplement that allows you to play Christmas movie in the game. For now, that's all I have, but in the future, something else will happen as well.
Pretty cool. Jeffrey, who are you? Who have you been playing? Where can people find your stuff?
I'm Jeffrey, one of the many Scion writers. Been playing Mitch, whose worldview has been slightly shaken today, but he's still hopeful. You can find me online on Twitter at am_Jeffrey. Occasionally, I will say something on the Onyx Path Discord as well. And if you buy any Scion things, I would be very, very happy. And I will be your friend.
Being
That's a
friends
really
with
cool
Jeffrey is
bonus.
pretty great.
Too good for the
David, who are you? Who you've been playing? And where can people throw money at you?
I'm David Castro, he. I've been playing Damien Dela Cruz, the wealthy playboy into weird spooky shit. You can find me on Twitter at the Inked Knight, knight as in, armor. You can find me on Patreon, patreon.com/Inkstain Studios, all one word, where you'll find pop culture stuff translated into 5e. It's been a minute since I've done that, but yeah.
A lot of super fun content. And I'm Hiromi, they, them. I been story guiding. I played Adeline. Who might not at all be what Elliot originally envisioned for the character, but
Much better.
I'm glad to hear it. You can find me on TikTok and Twitter at Hiromi Cota, and I've got ridiculous list of all of the stuff that I've worked with on and is coming out at hiromicota.com. Apparently I'm up to 79 credited works, which I didn't fucking realize until like last week, and now I'm like, what the fuck?
Grind is life.
100.
Gonna be a minute. I'm gonna pace myself a bit. Anyway, it has been super fun running for you folks, and I hope that all of you had fun as well. And we'll see you next time. Stay safe. If you ride a motorcycle, wear a helmet. Don't drive distracted. Wear a mask to, prevent plague. We'll see you later.